Oh my goodness. That's seriously bad. Only have a couple minutes left to try to get a time in. Let's see. 39.7, 39.8. Sean's in this one. He was in the one yesterday. What number am I? 14. So even better opportunity than I had yesterday to try to go out and gain some points maybe. Although my I rating's lower because after having that good race at Auto Club, I've had 2 bad races at Watkins Glen that have lowered it back down. Oh, cool. Computer repair shop. That's nice, man. Yeah, I kind of do the same thing. I'll have, while I'm doing my programming and stuff, some, you know, depending on what's going on, sometimes I'll be able to have one monitor, or at least a part of a monitor kind of devoted to watching stuff, have stuff up in the background, and then the rest is obviously workspace. Alright, so this is not going to be as fast as we need it to be, I think. A little bit too slow through 1 and 2. And
one more hard one,
off 4. Where's that going to clock us?
40.2.
40.2. Not the kind of lap that we wanted. Where does a 40.2 put me? 18th. Ouch. Come on. My strength at this track was on the long run, not the short run, so that kind of makes sense, but I am missing some huge speed somewhere. Couldn't even get around for the second lap. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Absolutely. But yeah, that's also part of why I talk, is I know that, you know, some of my viewers are not always right at the screen to do chat the whole time and stuff like that, so I try to keep my inner monologue going, so that even if you step away, you can still have some idea what's going on in the race and get some decent entertainment value out of it. So 27 cars. Looks like we had 3 that did not post times. I'm starting 18th, which in a 35 lap race, that is a tall order to try to work my way up through the field, but you never know how these things work. Sometimes able to do it. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, that's one of the benefits of being a follower, is you get the email prompt. So you can know when I'm live, and then of course the whole archive of all the past broadcasts, if I'm not on and you need a little entertainment, those are on YouTube, so you can always check those out. And there's all the other good folks. Hey guys, how's it going? Clean race. Good luck as usual.
Yeah, I hate that old Brett Housey. Oh.
Oh, Fousey.
Shake that, love you. Oh.
Hey, Sean, man, good luck to you too.
You're going to be on the
right.
outside. Close. You're behind the 10.
Whew. Need to get
Yep.
something figured out, because I'm not good on these
Well, now Michael's doing it.
short runs at Auto Club. I am missing something somewhere, and I'm really not sure where. Feels like I'm at the edge of the grip level the entire time through the corner. Maybe I just need to slow it down even more on entry and figure out a way to get a really good exit, because what I'm doing right now, it's not just, you know, bad qualifying laps, but I'm pretty bad on the short run. Long run speed I've got. You know, the race yesterday, as the race wore on, I was taking a bit better care of my tires, and that helped for the long run. But I wasn't starting in 18th either.
Cars off, bud. Be ready.
This starting spot has me buried pretty deep in the field. So,
Inside.
let's see how this goes. I'm already losing a spot to 23.
Clear. Outside.
Whoa.
Clear
26 is backing all the way up. Just didn't want to go into turn 1 at all. He's dropping straight to the back. So lost a spot to a 23, gained a spot off the 26. I've kind of been that guy. Get a better qualifying spot than your speed and you don't feel confident racing, so you drop to the back, although that was a pretty substantial bailout.
47.7.
Not sure what happened there. If you want to start at the back so badly, you may as well just not qualify. Running, like I said, right now, I'm going to try to get any spots that I can, but the main thing right now is I'm trying to take care of these tires, because the long run has been my strength, and I would like to have something to fight for the long run. This track tends to run long green.
40.4.
It'd be good to hit that. If it runs short this far back, the wreck will probably be in front of me, and I'll gain spots based on that anyway. But while these guys are overheating their tires and battling, I'll try to save a little bit of grip, and as long as I stay in contact, about 5 laps in, maybe a little more than that, they start coming back to me, and I start being able to pick up a few spots that way. Probably could run a little bit more. I'm not getting all the way out to the wall.
40.443.
Just trying to get the right feel. Everyone's running very similar lap times right now. Need to get that better run off of 2 and see if I can close in on these guys. Just stay right tucked up in their draft. Of course, they're all tucked up in the draft of the guy in front of them. No one's really breaking away. And everyone's pretty evenly matched. Now these two running side by side, that'll give me something to work on.
40.4.
I should pick one of them to follow rather than split in the middle, but figured at that point I'm just getting help from the whole pack rather than just one car. Now I've got the draft help on the 23. So depending on what happens through 3 and 4 here, I might be able to pick up a spot on him. Ended up just riding right behind him. But I'm trying to follow him as closely as possible and get that draft.
40.5.
It's going to help us stay connected up to this pack. That good exit off too. A little bit of a wiggle. Lots of jockeying for position. 23 is going to try to cut me off.
Inside. Still inside.
I'm going to go to the outside and make the
Still
move.
inside.
And I think I can make this work too.
Still inside.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have him cleared.
1-6. Clear low. Outside. Still outside. On your clear.
Took a spot from the 17 as well. So I think that my tire conservation has helped a little bit. My car's starting to come alive a little bit better. And I'm making ground on everyone else. Just as I say that, I get a good run on the 10.
Outside.
And that's
Still there.
3 spots in the span of a lap potentially.
40.943. Still outside. Outside clear.
Still not making the tires too terribly mad, but I've definitely got an advantage on the guys that I'm racing around here. Now I'm up to 15th. It's lap 8, so still got some time. If I just can continue to make this kind of march to the front, might have a solid top 10 finish again, maybe even get a better points finish or a better point result than I had from the race yesterday.
40.99.
So here we go again, swinging to the outside, right by the wall. Cut it down, get it slowed way down. These flat corners with no grip, it's amazing the speed differential. You get up to 200 down the straight and then under 160 in the corner. A little bit squirrely there. Right out to the wall. This 24 car right in front of me, I'm trying to work something on him.
41.
I do test automation for a web company. So I write, right now I do in JavaScript, I write automated test scripts that automatically test the display and functionality of the website.
Outside. Door outside.
Allows us
Clear
to
high.
make changes with a lot more confidence because a lot of our regression testing is done automatically, which is really nice. But yeah, I've done programming in
41.
Python, Ruby, and now I work in JavaScript. Up the throttle. Really want to, especially on a big track like this, it's more about corner exit than it is about corner entry. Obviously, anywhere you can gain time is going to matter, but you notice I'm really setting up more to try to get that big run on corner exit and make that gain all the way down the straightaway. Sean started way up in front of me, but I've almost caught up to him as this race has gone along. Oh, cool. Yeah, those Arduinos are awesome. My buddy Mike, who you sometimes see in the chat on here, he does stuff with that as well. Looks like the 18 didn't quite get the exit that he needed off of turn 2 there. That ought to be another position for me. Let's just run this whole thing green, man. No cautions. Let's do it green the whole way, and let's see how far we can get. Up to 13th from 18th spot.
6-1.
And I'm closing in on these two, and then it's a little bit of a gap up to Jose in 10th place. I probably could have been more aggressive with the throttle there. I was limping it because I felt like the thing was just going to wash all the way out to the wall.
41.6.
Probably lifted a little bit too much. But better that than hitting it. I'm going to pick up the draft off Joshua's here and off of his car as he works to the inside of Sean again. These two have been battling pretty aggressively. Sean not giving the spot up. Can't blame him for that.
41.701.
It's tough to get gain positions. It's tough to get spots back after losing them, so you really want to try to fight and defend every spot that you've got, especially as the laps wind down. We're already 15 laps in. There are only 20 laps to go. And again, it matters both ways. If there is a caution, you want to be in front of that guy rather than behind him. If there isn't a caution, if he's already passed you, it's going to be really tough to run him back down and get him past again in such a short span of time. So your strategy is always going to be to try to hold what you've got.
That apron.
That apron's wicked. I just clipped it. Learned that lesson last time we were at an auto club. Clipping the apron is never a good idea. I just tagged it there. Only sent it a little bit sideways though. It's so tempting because you want to get down there and try to get as straight a run off the corner as possible. But if you go a little bit too low, that makes it a world of hurt for you on corner exit instead of helping you like you want it to. So that cost me a couple tenths to these guys, but we're still gaining on. Now it's John Ehlers in the 12 car that's in 10th spot. So top 10 is within reach. And possibly more. Kind of depends on how the tires work out. Looks like his is really falling off. And that's the thing is that, if you get to the point where your tires really hit a wall and they just don't work anymore, it's amazing how awful your car will start driving, especially in relation to those guys, the other cars around you. Sean did manage to get back by Joshua Banks. Those two are having one heck of a battle as here comes Joshua back looking to the inside of Sean. Didn't work that time. Joshua got it real loose coming off 4. He got it properly crossed up sideways. But they're battling side by side is allowing me to close right up on them. I'm going to try to make a move here. Coming off the corner. Sean crosses him back over. Joshua got the spot again. Sean's going to cross him back over and into 3. Looks like Joshua runs high. Sean, I think, is going to have the better exit. Looks like Joshua might have overdrove that, or maybe not. That higher line seemed to work. But now all this battling, I've caught them, and they've caught the 12. So could work out that the 12 is swap spots with where I am. I get in front of these guys and just pull away, but we'll see. If we can all work together in the line, it's possible that we might be able to run down that next pack of cars. And I'm not going to wait for that either. Oh, the 12 is having trouble. I thought I was going to hit the wall, so I rolled out of it. Looks like the 12 has been into the wall. I think I see a little bit of damage there. He lost those positions to both Sean and Joshua.
Clear. Inside. Caution. The road's closed.
Oh my goodness. That bound-time move ended up working. I didn't mean to do it that way, but that worked. I had no idea the caution was going to be coming out. But I'll take that. No fuel. Don't need a tear off. Just going to get 4 tires and set up for another 10-lap shootout.
Don't line up behind the gate.
So didn't get up to 10th like I wanted to before the caution, but I'll be in 12th spot and we'll see how things go on pit road. Tires are junked.
Pit road will be
I think it's about 3 seconds a lap slower on old tires than we were on new. Alright, gotta look for my stall. It's gonna be one of the earlier ones. 14, purple 14. There it is. Dang it. That cost me about a second, maybe. Some of the others will have issues too. Let's see. Oh man, the 24 is having all kinds of trouble getting straight in his stall.
That's it, go!
Lost a spot to the 23, the 11. How many spots am I going to lose? All that work that I did, I have to do again. One mistake on pit road. I lost about 4 or 5 spots with that one little mistake sliding too far in my pit stall. That sucks. That was 81, 88.
Start behind the 18.
So I was probably using up my right front a little bit more than I thought, although I used up a lot of it on that final dive bomb in there. Let's see, where do I fall out here? We got some guys that stayed out. I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
Don't line up behind the 18.
Two to green. So, yeah, this is going to be right at 10 to go.
You'll be lining up behind the 18.
It looks like 16th. So after all that work I did to get up to 12th, I lost 4 spots on pit road.
I missed my pit stall.
Yeah, same. I didn't even slide that far through it. I thought I corrected it pretty quickly, but it cost me 4 spots. That's a bad time to make that mistake. Oh well. Setting up for a good restart here.
Did I correct it? It just says, oh, you're too far to the right.
Yeah, you were right in front of me. I was watching you like go forward and backward about 4 or 5 times. So now saving tires is going to be kind of out the window, although if it goes a full 10 lap run, as we saw in that last one, it can matter. But I gotta try to use them up right now and make some moves. And yeah, this is where it gets really squirrely. These late race restarts, people are going to give a lot less room. Okay.
1 minute 42.2.
And I'm in 15th, so not as bad as I thought. Restarting on the inside. Still not great, but it could have been a lot worse. Frustrating thing is I passed these guys once already. Now I got to do it again. But and I'm not the only one who's in that boat. Just kind of reinforces, you know, fundamentals. Gotta keep things focused and hit that pit stop dead on the money when you make it in there. I was squared up pretty straight. I just slid through the board. But we're set up in 15th still for an exciting restart here. Still got a 0x, so mission accomplished on that front so far. Hopefully we can continue that, get an instant free race, and bag a decent finish out of after it's all said and done.
Coming to the green. Make sure you stay in line before you
Watch
cross
that
our
pace
finish.
car drop.
Oh man, pace car's off. Are you ready?
Yep, there's the checkup and the stack up. Always happens.
Feel it, John.
1 minute 34.916. Outside. Still there. Quarter. Good job, bud. 10 to go. This time by. You're clear him.
Stuck it in there to try to make the pass 3 wide. Didn't quite hold it. Let's see. This guy's going to make some kind of move. Nope. Waited a little bit on the throttle there. Got a good run as we come down the front straight. Just trying to suck up on this 15 car. Making a move. Nothing doing so far. Just a big pack. Big mess. Not abusing the tires unnecessarily, so it's possible that I'll still end up, you know, if this thing runs green to the end, I'll actually have that advantage as we come down to the finish of better tires again.
14.384.
Want to be moving towards the front as things finish up. Oh, there's some sliding in contact up there.
Really, man?
There goes Sean around.
I got pushed from the guy behind me. I just put up. I'm sorry.
So I just gained 2 positions. And this is going to be a really short restart. What's the strategy here, I wonder? I don't know if this is a pit
my bad.
spot or not.
I was trying to push you a little bit to get us like kind of clear of him and flipped off of you before the corner, but I guess we bumped
No, I'm not gonna take
It's about 2 laps on tires, and there's going to be 2 more. Kind of feel like staying out would be the move. At the same time, staying out could leave you sitting duck. That was about 3 laps. And I think there's only going to be like 1 or 2 to go. Let's see what folks do. I mean, it's tempting to stay out. The thing is, if
behind the 18.
there's going to be a break point where people come in and pit, and I'm just not sure if I'm in front or behind that break point right now.
Alright, 10-4. I guess
Really
I'll
would
touch
have
anybody ever again.
been nice if that would have just run green. It would have made it a lot easier.
Open.
Hey, number 12, that was a hell of a start you had there, buddy.
Let's see.
Thanks.
Got some folks looking. Yeah, everyone's going to stay out, I think.
Line up behind the 23.
I think that's the right move. They are pitting behind. And as much fun as it would be to have those fresh tires and be charging up through the pack, I think that staying out was probably the right call here. I'm in 13th. I think I took better care of my tires maybe than a couple of these other guys around me. And now, you know, gonna get one more shot on slightly worn tires to See if we can get a top 10 out of this deal. Maybe more. Glad that we didn't get any damage or get caught up in that wreck. Looks like everyone was able to keep that pretty clean. Sean lost a bunch of spots, which that's too bad for him. But going to restart with about 2 or 3 laps to go. Obviously, if another caution comes out, it's over. Whew. This is fun. I really like racing at this track. It's good, intense racing. Watkins Glen is going to be a fun one too. I'm starting to get better. Get my lap times worked down. Need to get down under the 2-minute mark. For my hot lap time.
5 to go.
Some of these guys are throwing 55s up there. I don't know where they're getting to that speed. Just a little bit on every corner. And off of every corner, that's the main thing. I know they're getting better haul off the corner and that, and then using it all the way down the straightaway each time. So we got Tony Cook in the 18 starting in front of us. John Petrozelli in the 15 behind me, or next to me. Curtis Sawyer and Jack Delore next to behind me there. Nicholas Lidke and Joshua Banks in the 23 and the 16. Now, if I hadn't made my mistake on pit road, I would have had the 23 and the 18 in my rear view behind me. But I didn't do that, so I passed him once. Going to have to try to pass him again and see if I can get a couple more spots from guys that I wasn't able to pass earlier in the race. 8th place finish, I think, is what I got yesterday. So if I can match that, I think this field might be a slightly higher strength of field, which means a couple more points if I get the same finish. But if I get a better finish, then obviously that's more points.
You're going to line up inside.
Every point counts. Points that are in here, I keep them all the way through to the end. So even though I had a lot of fun at Darlington, I didn't get particularly good points finish, at least in this series. I did really well in the B fixed, in the B car there, but I did not do. Yeah, thanks, Jason. I'm going to try, man. I'm trying for that top 10. We will see what happens. 3rd gear. 2nd gear. There's the top 10 car. Right there. So, you know, depending on how the restart goes, I could theoretically have that top 10 in going into turn 1. That's never really been my style, to bonsai it on a restart. I just need to get a clean one and get away clean so that I'm not getting bonsai'd myself.
Did a really good job, man. Let's help another tug real quick.
Pace car and then watching the leader.
Pace car's off. Be ready.
Couldn't see the leader, but you can hear the engines go. Everyone's moving.
Outside.
I've got the 18 picked off, going into 1 already.
0, 0, 4.
It's giving me a little bump.
Now you're going to cut down in front of me and screw my wrist.
That's fine.
You were like the 2nd lap, so I don't know what you're talking about. You're cutting down in front of you and you're not going to racetrack away from me.
Dude, give me a break. You got a black flag.
Okay, and you're
There we
complaining
go.
when you were way behind me, right?
Shook the 18. Now it's just a matter of getting out in front. 2 laps.
41.
2 laps. I need 2 spots for that top 10. Four tenths. 3. I'm gaining on them. Down into turn 3. Everyone's wiggling. Pick up the gas coming off 4. White flag. 1 lap to go.
So now you're calling me out because I had to get into the pit.
1 lap.
Shut up.
Let's see.
Okay, driver, you keep talking. You're just mad because you've been running in the back already.
They're all fanned out. Probably not going to get the top 10, but depends on what happens with these cars in front of me here. Ah, I didn't get the runoff 4 that I needed. I'm going to come home 12th. Dang it. Got that 1 spot, just wasn't able to get any more than that. It's so hard to pass. Good race, guys.
Man, check the flag, man. I don't know, buddy. Nothing.
Good race, guys. Yep. My button's on. Good race, guys. Good job.
Hey, you're a still rod.
Oh, come on, man.
Okay, bud. I'll make sure to tell my family that I'm a dill rod.
That's funny.
I am indeed a dill rod. That's going to be my senior quote.
Nice win, Michael. Nice job, Michael. Nice win. I really need to figure out what I'm doing.
And I got a penalty for it, so I dropped back. And then you
Guys,
complained
get all
over
your
something
radios
that didn't
and
happen.
stuff.
So
Jack,
you can just
guns,
call and down.
kind of backed up.
All right.
This
I wanna
racing
go
me into
see-
the next turn, going to cross my nose to prevent me from getting a run on the competition that was still running the race
Let
officially.
me see.
Hey, look, the leader went. Just because the competition didn't go then doesn't mean he didn't.
I mean, you weren't going to get a run anywhere. I was watching you. You were garbage. You weren't going to pass anyone, so stop complaining. You were going to finish 20. Honestly, you got a better finish than you would have anyway.
He went exactly when the leader went. I'm watching the replay. Exactly when the leader went.
It's the 8 that got. A black flag for that, I'm guessing.
Well, I mean, I was trying. Not the last talking, so it's not much of a-
I mean,
The leader went, and it didn't work.
If you go when the leader goes and nobody goes, you can pass through all you want.
Yeah, I got dumped, so I was trying to get position.
Now, I'm
back,
not
so I
sure
went when the leaders went, and nobody else went. Well,
what
you're
the
a bonehead
24
yourself, so I don't really care about your opinion.
is complaining about.
Did you get a black flag or not?
Yeah, I did. Now I'm done for that. And I proved it. Then you started complaining for no reason.
In process who would otherwise have an opportunity to finish their position better. That's all I'm saying, brother.
I'm still not seeing where
I finished 23rd, correct?
the 8 messed with the 24.
Yeah, I was 20th when that happened, and probably could have picked up 3 or 4 more spots if you hadn't cut across my nose and forced me to check up twice in that process. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's it. No big deal. You served your penalty. It's all good. But you didn't have to race me like that. Here's my point. After you got a penalty.
I just don't see where. I don't know. I don't see why the 24 is complaining about the 8. but maybe I'm missing something. Anyway.
Oh, it's pretty obvious. I mean, he's the 8 car, so, you know, of course, I'm in the wrong because I'm in the 20-something car.
And a split like this, the 8 car is nothing special. I mean, it's not like he's a 6K dude. He's the 8 car with a 3500.
My point is this. He won prize.
Anyway, I mean, if you got a black flag, it's true. You should just pull down and pretty well let other folks go and not interfere with them. But I didn't really see where Sean was particularly, other than the contact with the 20. That was pretty bad, but I didn't really see where he was interfering with the 24 at all. Anyway.